Hey guys, welcome back to Encased. Here we are. We're about to pick this lock, finish up what we got to do here at the Welcome Center, and then get back into some adventures here in the dome, hopefully. So I'm going to go ahead and...
I repeat,
he wants us to use the lockpick, I think.
Attach it to your utility belt, and then apply it to the door. Yes.
I'll have the ability to do it just by hand, so I'm going to have to use one of these two. Which one... Let's go ahead and use the single-use lockpick. Save the electric lockpick for something a little more substantial, I think.
You're doing great. All right, off you go. I'll keep working on this lock because of that.
Welcome under the dome, an amazing excursion to a world of new technology and the riddles of an ancient civilization. Listen to this information, useful for all wings, and receive a colorful leaflet.
All right, let's take a look here at the holographic table. This is like a map, like a tabletop map. The desk is a bit different from others on this floor. It's covered with a thick layer of cellular glass, treated with luminophore. Every little point of the surface emits a weak yellow light, some of them glowing brighter, some dimmer. The workshop has a huge built-in digital display. Rows of glowing points form a detailed map of the area under the dome. You touch a screen with your fingertips, and the static makes the hairs on your arm rise. Look to the north, south, east, west, central part, blah, blah, blah. All right, the image pans down, zooms in slightly to display the northern territories. This is the most developed part of the dome. 3 highways lead from Concord to Magellan Station, the observation deck, and the city. The D11 Bremen, C13 Cincinnati, C12 Nashville objects are also located here. Turn auto guide on. Speakers hidden in a table comes to life. In the north are the first autonomous living and research bunkers under the dome. And in a couple of years, you'll find a real city in this location. No, the city with a capital C. This will be the ultra-modern light of civilization, a utopia to which every other city on Earth will aspire. Big goals and aspirations. Look to the south. The desert to the south is colored in bright brick red. Something huge and shapeless, resembling a poorly drawn star, casts its disjointed rays across the sand. Nearby, the site designation 010 Ankara glows brightly white. Turn auto guide on. Turn your attention to the our vast research facilities and institutes. The south of the dome is the Scientific and Industrial Center. Here's where we forge our future together. Sounds from invisible speakers. Look to the west. You stop the display over the pale lands to the west, which consists mostly of milky white patches of salt marsh. The west of the dome looks amazingly empty. Turn on the auto guide. Small ripples cascade across the table's surface. The auto guide is on. In the west of the dome, you'll find our sprawling recreation areas. Spas, bars, massage parlors, casinos, and romantic resorts are already available and waiting for every employee. Look to the east. You pull the tight fader slider to the right. The eastern section of the dome has several unfinished facilities and abandoned buildings. Paved roads are almost absent, all but a lonely fractured highway dusted with sand. A loud voice, like a salesman, blares out. The eastern part of the dome is the business center. This is where action is, literally. Look at the grids of glistening rooftops, at the construction machines scurrying about, digging trenches and building roads. This is the project of the century. All right, let's look at the central part. You have a bird's-eye view of Concord Station. The main structure, built in the rock, is a harsh white against the backdrop of yellowish sand. This is Concord, the first and still most important complex under the dome. The station is the artery for all communications with the outside world, as well as the hub where all supplies, equipment, and new employees arrive in the dome. It'd be a shame if something happened to Concord, wouldn't it? Auto guide laughs fervently. Step away. All right, let's go do a little searching around here. Let's take a look. Got a flower pot, vacuum. I wonder what I can do with a vacuum cleaner. This should be interesting. No, nothing. Let's take all that. Of course, I can always trade these mops in at the equipment building. Maybe get myself a helmet of some kind. Yeah, we're just scrounging around, trying to make ends meet at this point. Take the scissors and that. Shooting range, okay. And we got this guy. Yeah, let's talk to this guy right here. Winston Botherby.
A middle-aged black is sitting behind the counter with his hands in his lap. The buttons and zippers on his uniform are polished to a shine, and even his badge, Winston Botherby, Instructor, has been buffed so much it hurts to look at it. Botherby frowns as you approach.
Your first act is being late for the briefing. Are you going to be late for your funeral as well?
God willing. Say that you wish to receive military training. Snap to attention and report that you're here for an assignment and want to receive instruction. Or Black Wing. Bellow, no sir, and say that you wish to receive the training. Well, let's use our Black Wing skills, speech skill here.
The black looks you over.
Yes, I see the weapon received check mark. Looks like you are fully prepared to disappoint me. You are prepared, right, employee?
Say you're prepared. Tell him you're against violence. Say you have a few things to do and return later. Yeah, I'm prepared.
Botherby leans over the counter and directs you to the doors.
Behind this door is a combat simulation computer. Launch it and begin your course.
He raises his index finger.
The conditions in the training zone closely simulate those one would experience in the field. Your goal is to avoid getting lost and dying of dehydration. And try to aim the barrel away from yourself when shooting.
Pulling a notepad from his pocket, the instructor jots down your name.
Your goal is to hit 3 targets. I'm going to monitor you and advise as necessary. And try not to burst into tears. That's all. Go ahead.
All right, leave, salute him and leave, or shout, sir, yes, sir, and leave. Got to go with this one. He didn't seem very impressed. All right, let's go through the door. Start our training here. Before entering combat, make sure you're prepared. Check it. You and your companion's health. Move your weapons from inventory to hand slots. Load your gun if necessary. Prepare medicine to counter health damage. Consider the consequences or the sequence of your actions and the direction of your attack. Or, well, just make a bloody mess. The following text glows from a small amber-colored screen. Welcome to the Sherman Holographic Combat Emulation System. Please select a program. Enter Alpha. Pictures slowly change. Looking closely, you can see the lines being written one by one. Sherman System, Alpha Squad enters the battle. Proceed to the training zone. Let's do this. All right. Turn-based combat. So we basically have turn-based combat where we use action points to move and fight and defend. And everybody gets a turn in a certain order, including the enemy. And then it just keeps recycling itself, just like every other turn-based game that has been around since the Amiga or something. Okay. Here we go. So these are the enemies, obviously. These holograms, or yeah, the holograms. So we got to fight these guys. So we have our Drakon ready to rock and roll. We can do single shot, burst shot, long burst shot. Now you can see the properties. The precision modifier goes down significantly when we start just holding the trigger down. Tracer, machine gun ability, doesn't deal damage. Precision -20, reduces target's evasion by 20 for 2 rounds. So basically I'm pointing out where the target's at, and it makes them hard to, like, they can't really hide because everyone knows where they're at that point, so it decreases their evasion. So you're setting them up to rain pain down on them later. Gotcha. Let's see here. Machine gun ability, 5 shots. Yeah, precision's pretty low on that one too. Critical hit chance, +25 in case of a backstab. So I think maybe you come up from behind on those. And we got butt stroke, kneeling position there. That's all of them for right now. And we can also pull them up going this way as well. We can do hand-to-hand. Or we can come back here and do these. We have extra hand-to-hands? No, not yet. Okay, so we have 10 action points. Skip turn. We can finish the turn once we do that. But what we're going to do is hit V to save whatever action points we have left over as defense. So let's go ahead and just do a regular shot on this guy. And we got him. Alright, let's see if we only have 2 action points. Let's go ahead and take cover here. Various actions such as eating food or taking medicines may impose certain status effects on you. They can last for different times and be positive or negative. Some attacks and abilities can also apply status effect that changes the characteristics of the target. For example, bleeding or poisoning will gradually reduce health. Alright, so I don't think he hit me. Yeah. Environment and combat. On almost every battle, you're surrounded by interactive objects, traps, pools of toxic goo, flames, or a barrel of fuel that can be blown up with a well-aimed shot. All this can give you an advantage or conversely complicate your life. Everybody goes about their business. I don't think I can hit that right now. I can hit him for sure, and I can hit him. Let's go ahead and get the closest threat first. And then let's see if we can connect with the second closest threat. Yep, we got him. Alright, pass the training. That's all there was to it. Let's go ahead and reload. And let's go ahead and put away our rifle. That way. He doesn't like talking to... People don't like talking to you if you're at port arms with your weapon.
Botherby nods grandly.
You made it through training without making a total fool of yourself. Congratulations. I'll send a report up the chain about your completely unanticipated success. You're dismissed, employee.
Thank you, I think. I'm not sure how to take that. What we got going on over here? Employee of the year? Looks like we got an orange over here. What if he's the bubblegum bandit? Beefy orange in a new jumpsuit is fiddling with the innards of a display board, closely watched by supervisor. Frosted bulbs shine steadily through the mishmash of wires. He turns to you and looks. His badge reads, Thorsten Dahl, laborer.
How can I help?
He shifts awkwardly from foot to foot, hiding his huge hands in his pockets. Good afternoon. I wish you a pleasant stay at Concord Station. At the Concord Station. So, supervisor standing nearby pats his back in response. Yes, that's right. Well done, Thorsten. You're making progress. The orange gives you an inquiring look, then turns out his pockets, demonstrating he carries nothing unallowed, and opens his mouth for some reason. He's definitely a prisoner. Ask what he's doing, ask him how he likes it here, ask him what advice he has for a newcomer from your wing. Yeah, let's ask him the last one. Your question takes the laborer by surprise. He swallows nervously. I hope you just become one of the good blacks. You won't... That sounds so racist. You won't take bribes or punish people for no reason. Just protect us from the dangers of the dome. All of us. The black indignantly smacks him on the shoulder with her fat hand. That's bad, Thorsten. Very bad. You didn't learn to text at all? You better not write something like that on your test. 20. No, 40 punishment points. She gives you a mincing smile. He should have said, the Black Wing's duty is to maintain law and order and to ensure the security of scientists, engineers, and administrators. But Thorsten's always like that. He keeps adding things on his own. Don't be angry with him. Ask him what he's doing. Laborer points at the mishmash of wires. Well, I'm changing light bulbs. The Blues have enough on their plate. Thorsten is so modest. One day he'll be on the best employees list, right on that board. The Black intervenes. The Orange releases a heavy sigh and turns back to his work. Ask him how he likes it here. Well, it's warm, friendly staff, good food, job with good prospects. He begins, constantly glancing back at the Black standing close behind. Thorsten forces a smile, though his eyes are full of worry and sorrow. The administration takes good care of us. I like it here. The supervisor nods happily. As you turn to leave, Bertha jabs Thorsten in the ribs with her elbow. Dahl gives you a vinegary smile. I wish you a pleasant stay at Concord Station. Have a nice day. All right. Let's talk to her. This young, dark-haired female guard's face bears a canny and slightly self-absorbed expression. The silver badge on her Black Winger's chest says, Bertha Hartman, Guard.
Salutations.
She nods at you. Hello, hello. Listen, could you do me a favor? Ask her what she needs. Ask her whether she likes her job. Observe that she seems to be getting along with Orange. Ask her what her secret is. Let's find out what she needs. Keep an eye on Thorsten for a few minutes. I got to take care of something. Please. She draws in a childish tone, hands clasped as if in prayer. Agree or refuse? Let's agree. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'll be right back. She tenderly dusts off a speck of your jumpsuit and leaves, waving her hands playfully. All right, let's talk to him now. For real.
Wow. Look what the wind blew in.
Thorsten is leaning against the wall, relaxing. Looks like he's having a rest, taking advantage of the guard's absence. Ask what he's doing. Ask how he likes it here. Ask what he has for advice. Let's ask how he really likes it here. Taking advantage of Bertha's absence, Thorsten leans over. You and me, they brainwash us with all those ads. It's all different from what they said. I don't like it here. I don't like it at all. He lowers his voice. pat-downs at every opportunity, fines, lockup, and they assigned Bertha to me. She seems nice, but in fact, she isn't. There were good folks here. They sent them to work in labs. Can't even get in touch with them anymore. They don't want to go, but in terms of the program say you can't refuse. So this is the clean slate one right here. It basically says, yeah, anybody from, I think it's prison or something like that can come in here and get a clean slate if they've served their time here. Thorsten's face darkens with longing. All right. The laborer looks around as fearing the black might be hiding nearby. The administration invented all these damn papers, socialization tests, phrase books, and Bertha's handing out penalty points at the slightest pretext. You know, if I could go back in time, I would never, ever go under the dome. Ask what he's doing. Ask what advice he has. Let's see here. Glances around again. What advice could I give? Okay, as long as Bertha isn't listening, I'll tell you everything, warts and all. There are obviously good intentions behind all this. I still believe we had a chance to get along, all of us. But if this place wasn't the way it is. He gestures with both hands, trying to show something frightening. Thorsten looks you straight in the eyes. Something is happening. My gut's telling me about these things. We're on the edge of something here. Very frightening. Too much digging. Too much shovel swinging. Something's going to happen soon. And things will become even worse than they are now. He goes back to his work. Want a piece of advice? Yeah, find people you're going to hold onto with when everything goes to hell. All right, let's ask what he's doing. Bertha bugged off, so I'm taking a break. Orange smiles with one corner of his mouth. Thorsten follows you with a gaze. Seeing Bertha return, the orange goes back to work.
Wow,
Let's talk to her again.
Look what the wind blew in.
Ask if she likes her job. Bertha responds with a sugary smile. Yes, of course. You're on stimulators. Yep, so she's on drugs. The orange notes carefully. The guard glares at him. Those are vitamins. Looks like stimulators to me. The thug parries indifferently. Observe that she seems to get along well with the orange. What's her secret? She's studying her carefully manicured fingernails. Oh, there's no secret. It's just a humane attitude and avoiding violence. And lots of fines. Grumbles the orange in a low voice, fiddling with the wires. Bertha jabs him with the side of her small fist. If you keep on yapping, there's going to be even more.
I hope to see you again soon.
All right, so there we go. Got a little information on some of the
ancient civilization. Listen to this information, useful for all wings.
some of the story that's happening behind the scenes. Let's talk to this person here.
Hello.
The young woman's polished badge reads, Letizas Rivera's. She's carrying a stack of glossy leaflets under her arm. You see another stack of leaflets on the nearby armchair. She pounces on you. Welcome to the dome. Hail. Listen to this important information for the brave defenders of humanity. The silver smiles broadly. My name is Letiza Rivera's. Give me 5 minutes of your precious time. I'll tell you about the remarkable career opportunities and breathtaking perspectives awaiting you under the dome. Don't turn me down. This is important. Yeah, I'm not interested. Her artificial smile grows wider. But this is important. You don't even know what you're refusing. Do you want to know? Push her off. You harshly push Elitza away. She slips on the floor in her patent leather shoes, drops her leaflets, and for a wonder she manages to keep her balance. What for? She asks in a trembling voice. She buries her face in her sleeve and starts crying.
Have a good one.
And then she says, have a good one. All right. There's a turret. I like this part of the status. Oh, she really is.
Excursion. New world. Technology.
Oh, she is actually crying. This turret. I love this part of it. Unbelievably accurate. Just figured I'd point that out to you guys. All right, let's go talk to this guy, Sebastian Van Olden.
You see a tall scientist in a white lab coat, bathed in the dim lamplight. He almost appears to be hovering above the laboratory floor. The man turns at your footsteps. He's holding a paper clipboard and a pencil. His shimmering silver badge reads Sebastian Van Olden. He glances from you to the glittering watch on his wrist.
I want us to respect one another's time. Please speak loudly, clearly, and to the point. You must be the newcomer I was told about. Nice to meet you.
Finished with his unusual greeting, he offers you his thin hand.
Let's see here. Greet him and say that you're here for the briefing. Skip the greeting and ask him to train you as quickly as possible. Yeah, let's do that one.
The amiability in Van Olden's eyes winks out like a light. He looks at you coldly. but calmly.
My instructions will take as long as I deem necessary. I lecture, you listen. Am I clear?
All right, I'm nodding differently.
The scientist puts the clipboard aside, raises his watch for a closer look, and sets the timer. He shows you his watch dial.
According to the rules of this briefing, I have to touch on a large number of topics. Therefore, I will do so very briefly. Do not interrupt me. When I'm finished, I'll answer your questions. Within regulations, of course.
Sebastian produces his handheld and clicks some buttons.
I checked your scanner. It's working and is connected to the Minerva database. Everything you scan will earn you CRONUS or Forefathers knowledge points.
All right, cool. So everything we scan, we get knowledge points for, which I think can be redeemed for cash.
The instructor watches you with displeasure.
Are you listening? Scan everything that might be of scientific interest. First of all, anomalies. They could be dangerous. Make sure to always have medication with you.
He places a canvas pouch in your hand.
This pouch is full of bolts. You can temporarily discharge an anomaly by throwing a bolt into it. It's primitive, but reliable.
Van Olden pushes a button on his stopwatch.
So, my oral briefing fell within the allotted span of time. Any questions you want to ask me?
Well, let's just start at the top and work our way down. Ask what the Minerva database is.
Sebastian snorts skeptically.
Oh, great. You're even ignorant
Minerva.
of the basics. Minerva is a mainframe located at Magellan Base, where you'll be going soon, by the way. The Minerva disk stores the database containing every piece of information about the Dome and the company's employees. It is thanks to this scanning that the database is constantly updated. Are you ready for the second part of the briefing, or do you have any more questions?
The instructor looks at his chronometer again.
All right, what are these knowledge points and what's the difference between the two kinds?
The white scowls in annoyance.
Do you know anything at all? What did you come under the Dome for anyway? You get knowledge points for scanning objects. For scanning anomalies and relics, you receive Forefather points. Scanning the company's property and employees, living or dead, earns you CRONUS knowledge points.
He explains with a sagacious expression.
You can exchange knowledge points for medication and equipment as part of the volunteer research program. Are you ready for the next part? The clock is ticking.
The instructor taps his watch meaningfully.
All right, let's find out more details about scanning objects.
Sebastian pulls a scanner from his pocket.
I will demonstrate this only once. To switch on the scanner, press the button on the right side of the manipulator housing. The scanning beam is narrow. It's intended to focus on one object at a time.
Van Olden turns on the scanner and continues.
My advice is to scan anything that might be of scientific or statistical interest. Relics, Forefathers objects, automatic doors, vehicles, vending machines, deceased employees.
He turns the screen so you can see it.
The scanner automatically transmits data to the Minerva system, and you receive knowledge points. Do you have any questions, or can we proceed to the practical part of our briefing?
All right, let's see here. Ask for a list of useful medications for researching anomalies.
You'll need some one-use stimulator injectors, bandages to stop bleeding, and anti-radiation agents and radio protectors, including ARAD-3.
The white ticks these off on his fingers. He produces a black-capped, transparent plastic jar out of his pocket.
According to protocol, you should have this medicine. I'll give it to you as soon as we proceed to the practical part of the briefing. Are you ready, by the way, or do you have any questions?
All right, how do I discharge an anomaly with a bolt?
The researcher winces.
Why do I have to spell out every single thing for you? Take a bolt, throw it at the anomaly, and it goes off. Any more questions?
No more questions. Let's do
The
this.
scientist glances at his watch again.
You're within the time limit for questions. The next step is training in the artificial ecozone.
He rests one finger on the button in preparation to start the timer.
You're going to go downstairs and scan relics. I will be monitoring your progress. Please note there are several radioactive anomalies in the ecozone. These are the same conditions you'll be working in the field. Radioactive zones and relics are quite common under the dome.
He smoothly extracts a jar of yellow pills from his pocket.
Here's your ARAD-3. And one more thing. Just a moment.
An amazing excursion. New world technology.
Give a pep talk. can give her a pep talk. Alright, we might do that here in a second. Is he waiting for me or what? I thought I was supposed to wait for him. Alright, well, let's go on inside.
Please stand by for decontamination to end.
Ah, there he is. You have the scanning ability. To perform scanning, select the ability from the panel and click on the object you want to scan. For each successful scan, you receive knowledge points, and the data obtained in the process is stored in your Keras using the X key. Alright. So talk to him again here.
Van Olden gestures back at the ecozone.
You haven't completed scanning everything yet. Finish the task.
Alright, gotcha. Now let's see here. Let's go check out the military grade medical kit first. Take all that. Sure. Anything else around here? We got a ladder. Unidentified relic, unidentified relic. Alright, let's head on down the ladder. Should probably take the pills first, but secret discovered. Dig requires a shovel, which I don't have. I don't think I can just dig with my hands. Shovel required. Okay, yeah. All right, let's see if I can make it.
Careful around the anomalies. Touch one of them and you'll be injured.
All right, on the world of Dome, strange and hazardous phenomena called anomalies. Most of them can injure, kill, or irradiate you. To detect and temporarily deactivate the anomaly, use a bolt throwing ability. All right, let me go ahead and do a quick save here. All right, we need to do a scan.
Toss a bolt at the anomaly to discharge it. Journal entry. Successful scanning. You're doing all right so far. Go ahead. Don't screw it up.
Hard to run through here because he wanted to run back up here onto this bridge. Get up here. I think we got it all.
Sebastian meets you on the platform.
Your finishing time is within the acceptable range.
He clicks the stopwatch button, fixing the result time.
Wait and see what he'll say next.
The scientist turns back to his notes.
Not bad. One question. You observed several anomalies while scanning. Why do you think they appeared? I'd like to hear your opinion.
Answer that. In Blackwing, you were trained to solve a different type of problems. Say you don't know. Yeah, let's do the Blackwing answer.
The scientist assumes a superior expression.
I knew you'd come up with something like that. I see you understand nothing about the nature of anomalies. So let me add a couple of points.
He glances at the shimmering blue light in the ecozone.
The truth is, we don't know the precise reason for these phenomenon either. We actually know nothing, no matter how much we try to convince ourselves otherwise.
Sebastian points a thin finger at the clustered lightning.
I personally believe that the anomalies are the dome's security mechanism. The ones you saw are relatively harmless, but there are different anomalies in the desert, phenomenon that toy with the human mind.
Van Olden clasps his hands behind his back.
I know you don't care, but I'll say it anyway. Scientists today are required to be wonder workers who can heal cancer with a wave of their hand and solve the secrets of the universe during their coffee break. For some reason, no one wants to understand that fundamental science is always an investment in the future. It produces no answers here and now.
The White's gaze strays back to his clipboard.
If something terrible happens under the dome one day, and I'm sure it will, science will protect no one. That is all. Off you go.
Alright. Back in here. Start grabbing some stuff from the medical closets. Nothing found. We could rest here if we wanted to, but let's use this and decontaminate ourselves. Cure all addictions. I don't think we have any. Restore health. There we go. Remove radiation. Step under the sprayer. There we go. Minus 18 radiation. Cool. Cure radiation sickness. Radiation decontamination. Alright. Wonderful. What's this leaflet? No secret that the Dome regularly surprises its researchers. We at CRONUS prefer to deal with problems rationally. All surprises must be recorded and studied, and the results copied into appropriate regulatory documents. Our employees' lives depend on it. One of the most common hazards on the Dome is anomalies. The origin and mechanisms of action are still being studied by the committee's best minds, but one thing is certain: you must always be on guard in their vicinity. First, do not approach any type of anomaly without protective equipment. Ionizing radiation is the most frequent danger posed by these phenomena. In addition, electric shock, an alternating gravitational field, airborne toxins, and spontaneous combustion can occur. Remember, CRONUS insurance only partially covers medical expenses. In case of damage to your health, purchase medication from certified vendors. If you must traverse an anomaly's area of effect, the committee's scouts recommend using standard bolts. Anomalies tend to respond to the movement of physical bodies of almost any size. Throwing a bolt from a safe distance will trip the anomaly, after which the reboot phase begins. Until the phase is complete, the volume around the anomaly is relatively safe. Note, Blue Wing urges you not to remove bolts from working equipment and do not purchase them from Orange Wing employees. If needed, contact the warehouse for supplies. Okay. So don't buy black market bolts. There. Oh, who's this guy over here? Military grade. Oh, I didn't even see it down there. Medical kit down here. Cool. Oops, my fingers are in the wrong spot on the keyboard. I keep hitting the wrong thing. Container. Nothing. Let's talk to this guy. George Zarens. White Wing employee whispering something softly. His eyes lift to the ceiling. He doesn't even notice you. His coat is covered with multicolored stains and paint splotches. His badge reading George Zarens is blotted with something pink.
Come on, don't be shy.
The professor jerks his head up and squints nearsightedly. Yes, are you looking for a scientific curator? You found him. I can exchange your scientific data for incentive rewards. Tell me you want to know what forefather points reflected on the screen of your handhold are. Zaren looks at you with extreme surprise. He's certainly good at his expression of absolute puzzlement. Shuffling his feet like an old man, he comes up to you. You are not ashamed at your ignorance. This is a revolutionary program launched by the corporation. You should know these things. So you want to know all the details about this program. Ask him to give him a short version. Let's do short version. Professor taps a scanner lens with his crooked finger. You scan. You get forefather points at the CRONUS points. You take those points and exchange them for medicine, chemical agents, and everything else useful. Soon a network of curators will be placed all over the Dome. They will reward explorers for their scientific data. Ask what exactly could you get in exchange for these points? Made sense of it. Now you want to exchange for something useful. Not interested. Let's see here. Yeah, let's see what we could get. Spreads his hands. That depends on the person you trade with. Typically, they might give you medicine, but it could be a weapon or armor. Some people might even give you experimental gear, different things, all kinds of things. Sticks out at his skinny chest with pride. Just so you know, not only did I invent the program, I participate as a licensed vendor myself. You and I can make an exchange for your reference. Yeah, let's go ahead and take a look. George takes a perfectly clean Ceres in a leather case out of his pocket. Which points do we deduct? He asked, clicking with the buttons. I don't know. CRONUS? And, yeah. Let's try forefather. Chemical agents for 2 points. Rad force for 2 points. Rad. Let's see here. I don't know. Rad force, probably? And let's do A-Rad. Okay. Well, we got some stuff. Okay.
I hope to see you again soon.
All right. Well, that was interesting. Okay. Got ourselves some extra medicine from that. Let's see here. Where else do we need to go? We need to go down here. I think we're all done, aren't we? Yeah, I think we probably need to just go down here. Get out. Let me double check our status here. Success. Step 1, Step 2, Step 3, Step 4, Step 5. Completed combat training. Learned how to scan relics and collected your weapon and uniform. Crash course complete. Head to the waiting area where the bus will take you to Magellan Station. All right. Codex. Let's read up on these relics real quick. Clear that out. And Rid of these tips as well. I think we're good. A lot of run around to fetch a new uniform and a weapon to go through the training sessions, but finally you're a full-fledged member of CRONUS, and that has to mean something. All right, good deal. So let's go ahead and find our way out of this place. Can't remember how I get out of here, but got to be a way, right? That's the waiting room. I don't think we need to go. I think we need to go over garage door, probably over this way. So we're up here. Let's get out of here. Oh, pep talk. Yeah. So she sobs and noisily blows her nose on a crumpled leaflet. Say that her smeary makeup makes her look like a raccoon in a leaf.
Bye-bye.
Oh my gosh. I'm horrible with her, aren't I? Who's this guy? Milo Randall? Emits a protective field. That sounds interesting. A slovenly bald man with a... He doesn't look very bald. With dull, bug-eyed look and 3-day stubble. Sitting behind a table covered with papers. I don't see a table either. As you walk by, he pokes at your elbow with a pointing finger, causing you to stop.
Good day to you.
Silver smiles, revealing crooked yellow teeth. Lovely. Hey, buddy. My name is Milo Randall. Chat with me a couple minutes. I'll guarantee to change your life. Yeah, let's stop and hear about it. He peers at you closely, still with an unnatural smile. You've come under the dome. For what? Earning peanuts? Have you ever wanted more? Say you're happy with the terms of your contract. Admit that you're disappointed at your salary under the dome. Yeah, we can always want more money. Milo's eyes shine with excitement. Have I got an offer for you, my friend? Are you ready? Well, are you? Of course you are. You said yes, right? Silver throws up his hands and papers fly in all directions as though a bomb has gone off in his bench. Feverishly digs through the papers, finally drags out a sheet with some kind of flow diagram from the heap. Okay, you ready? Let's say there's a certain product, Product X. Value Product X never drops. It always goes up, and all you have to do is find a buyer who's ready to pay for Product X. Milo shakes the diagram in front of your face. Do you see, buddy? Product X, you sell it for a profit, they sell it to their buyers at a profit, those buyers sell it at a profit, and the cycle just goes on and on. And the most important thing is everyone in that cycle gets to keep their profits. Join up and start making money right now. Okay, Mr. Ponzi scheme. Let's see here. Convince him to pay a fee and join my network. Yeah, that's what we do. Silver stares at you in astonishment. What? Are you kidding? I'm the one who comes up with the systems. No way, you should join mine. Tell him you're kidding and let the topic drop. And ask him about Product X. A liquid relics. The Silver declares proudly, then lowers his voice. The perfect product. Nobody knows how much they're actually worth, but every person in the chain can sell them at a higher price. That's why everyone in the system is guaranteed to make money. Actually, where we get the relics from. He taps his finger on the table agitatedly. That's a good question. My policy is keeping business processes accountable. It's not commonly known, but CRONUS allows its employees to buy illiquid relics for low prices. You buy it, you sell it, the profit is yours. Simple. Ask him what profit the people who can't sell the relic make. Milo chortles derisively. You stay in the system as long as you make sales. No sales, see you later. We don't need ballast, and we don't need lazy salesmen either. See? I've thought it all through. I'm telling you, every active member of the system is guaranteed to make money. Yeah, we're out of here.
Bye-bye.
I knew there's a reason why I didn't stop and talk to him.
I can see that something's bothering you.
Well, it's a bit of a private matter.
God. Come on already.
Employee, please come here. There's an urgent task for you.
So here, we got boxes here? Oh, that's downstairs. Locker. Forgotten case with papers. Inactive sphere. Oh. +5 encumbrance. I think that lowers my encumbrance. Looks positive. Evasion. Report on stolen relics. Interesting. We're going to definitely take all of that. I want to read that right away. Classified for the eyes of Magellan Station Security Chief William Dell. 3 waste crates from your station have been seized at the spire for inspection. Hidden cavities in the form of false bottoms were discovered containing over 250 kilograms of smuggled relics, 2 of which are in the highest category of rarity. In order to deceive the scale, some of the relics lighten the weight of the load. Oh, it's sneaky. Over $1 billion worth of stolen goods almost walk past our final security cordon and onto the black market. This is a situation of utmost severity. You must take immediate steps to identify these criminals. I have no doubt this operation is beyond the abilities of a single person. I expect results within the month. P.S. Find attached a full list of stolen relics with their associated characteristics and a copy of our inspection protocol. Rudolph Maycroft, head of Customs, Spire Station. The audit results and list of stolen relics with their characteristics are attached to the letter. Okay. All right. Well, that was interesting. Okay, let's take a look at this. Let's see here. Can wear that. I don't know which one's better. Probably having defense class would be a little bit better for now. Yeah. Okay. Tank it up a little bit. Okay, how do I get over here? Video phone? Oh, no. Alright, let's see here. Can I come down this way? Whoa. Press the select drone against the access point, which responds with a hostile buzz. Your select drone has been temporarily suspended, says the crackling loudspeaker.
I'm all ears.
A tall guard in a clean and carefully pressed uniform addresses you in a soft voice. Badge on his broad chest reads, Adolf Schmidt, head of security. Schmidt is studying you back, disapprovingly it seems. He wipes off a bit of lint off your shoulder. Again? Man, I must have lint all over me. And adjusts the collar of your jumpsuit. Your uniform could use a wash badly. Well, I just got it. I'm Adolf Schmidt, head of security service. You were to be sent to Magellan, but there was a change of circumstance. Black nods towards the door behind him. Got an urgent order for you. Your help is needed at nearby object. Mr. Kingsley is waiting right now to give you your assignment. He'll tell you everything himself. Adolf steps aside, glancing down at your boots. He shakes his head morosely. All right, let's see here. Agree and proceed to the guard room. Blackwing answer is ask why he needs you, but not the other other black that arrived with you, or say that you have some business to attend. Let's do the Blackwing answer. Schmidt leads forward. He's not going to know. He's just there he's given an order and now given an order. Schmidt leads forward, frowning because it's an order. There he is. Because it's an order, recruit. What do you think you're doing? Showing up in some dirty uniform, questioning your orders. Kingsley requested you. That's all you need to know. All right, good enough. Schmidt steps aside, inviting you to enter. Come in, please. The video phone is over there on the wall. All right, now this is open. Okay, let's go check this out. Video phone. Nothing in here I can get, is there? No, I don't think so. Those are all downstairs.
The giant display glows welcomingly when you approach. A red light comes on under the screen's steel hood. The camera is switched on. A gray old man with high cheekbones appears and squints out at you from the screen.
Do you copy?
He leans close to the camera, his glasses glittering.
My name is Martin Kingsley. I'm Chief Officer of Magellan Base. We were supposed to meet in person, but unforeseen circumstances prevented that. One moment. I'll grab your file.
He reaches for something out of view and produces a thin folder with your name on the cover. Apparently, your file. Kingsley opens the folder to thumb through the pages. He marks one of the pages with a pencil.
Why did you choose Blackwing? There are other divisions in the corporation you could have worked in.
Kingsley's waiting for your answer.
All right, sidestep the question, or 3 Blackwing answers. Say you always imagined yourself as kind of a mercenary, killing for a living is your thing. Next to poetry. Say that developing your combat skills is important to you. Give him a wolfish smile. Chaos and destruction. That's what that's what you crave above all. Combat skills is important to you. Developing them. Yeah. Okay.
Martin nods and writes something down.
CRONUS has much to offer. Varied assignments, our own training zone, and the opportunity to move up through the ranks.
Kingsley closes the file and folds his hands in front of him.
Thank you for your reply. I learned a little more about you. Now I want you to learn a little bit more about us. Keep in mind, this is not a rehearsed speech.
He assumes a serious expression.
When the dome was discovered in 1971, it became a scientific and media sensation, a worldwide phenomenon, and likely the most significant discovery in the history of mankind.
Kingsley drums his fingers on the unseen desk, his gaze focused somewhere beyond.
I see. You were enticed here by radio advertising, telefilms, and all those interviews, billboards at every turn. CRONUS wants the world to see the Dome as a stage where something merry and fascinating is going on. But now that you're actually here, I want you to see the real picture.
You can't make out his eyes behind the glare on his spectacles, but he seems to be staring directly at you.
Here's the truth. Nobody was waiting for us inside the Dome. It's neither a treasury of technologies nor a cemetery of the ancients. Perhaps what we're doing now is defusing the world's most complicated bomb. Will our mission thrive? I believe so. If we work together and everybody does their part.
He looks back at your file.
I say, do what must be done. Because that's what the concept of the 5 wings is all about.
Kingsley points at the camera.
You're from Blackwing. Your duties are simple and straightforward. But you have to understand, everything you do is to maintain order and peace. Once people panic, they kill each other much quicker than the Dome ever would.
Putting the folder aside, he sits back and stares at you in silence. It gets so quiet that the ticking of a clock can be heard through the speakers. Kingsley sighs quietly.
You were probably waiting for some boilerplate welcome speech. But I prefer to talk about real-world problems. Glad to meet you.
Smirk meaningfully. Yeah, that sounds pretty good.
Martin nods slowly.
I apologize once again for this long-distance meeting. Now, as we don't have much time, I'd like to get to the point. I'm sure you're curious why you were taking off the bus to Magellan and brought here instead.
He moves closer to the camera.
I'm going to show you a short video. Please pay attention.
Kingsley's face freezes on screen.
I have an urgent mission for an employee of your background and qualifications. I'd have assigned someone from Magellan, but I'm short on personnel. That's why it has to be a newcomer. I apologize again for the rush, but it seems I have no choice.
Martin noisily clears his throat.
Maybe you've heard about Nashville Base. While preparing the materials for this mission, I came across a short documentary film about the complex. I think you should watch it.
The speakers produce a hollow click. Purple, gray, and black spots flicker on the screen. A blurred title, The CRONUS Archive 1971 to 1974, was used in the production of this recording, appears at the bottom. The shadow of an airplane flies across a faded yellow desert. A cheery voice fills the room. Every day, our researchers uncover more and more of the Dome's secrets. There is no doubt the underground structures, so-called objects, are organized according to some pattern. Though early on, the importance of the relics to scientific research was considered insignificant. The desert dims into the black of a chalkboard. White lines drawn by an invisible hand begin to sketch a schematic of the Dome. The narrator continues. By 1972, however, many important discoveries had come to light in a period of only a few months, and the construction of stationary research bases adjacent to the more promising objects began. Personnel moved into Ankara in May of 1972, and within half a year, Boston and Dessau were also brought into service, though the biggest discovery was yet to come. The picture changes to a chasm suffused with electric light, people bustling about everywhere. The speaker's voice seems to come from a distance. In November of 1973, a massive network of underground caves and a structure of hitherto unseen complexity was discovered in Sector C-12. Soon afterwards, the construction of C-12 Nashville began. The camera glides through dim caverns as the silhouettes of bizarre mechanisms emerge. Metal structures loom up from the dark, surrounded by earth-moving machines and exhausted miners wearing orange jumpsuits. The speaker continues. C-12 Nashville is an innovative research complex located atop the primary relic mining location. The complexity of this object is unique. Communications... The film abruptly cuts out, and Kingsley's face reappears.
The rest of this information is classified. Hopefully you get the main idea. Nashville is a very special place, requiring people with both special qualifications and special clearance level, though yours will do for your task.
Let's see here. Ask what my task is. Tell Kingsley you need to know why Nashville is so special, or ask who else is my group. Yeah, we need to know more about Nashville, I think.
The chief officer bends threateningly close to the camera.
I thought I made myself clear. That information is classified.
All right, well, let's find out who else is in our group.
Kingsley lowers his eyes and flips through some documents.
Only the driver. The rest of the group has already departed. I'll tell you everything you need to know, don't worry.
Ask what my task is.
Martin adjusts his glasses.
So, the task. Nashville base stopped transmitting and receiving signals yesterday evening. A reconnaissance group was sent out earlier today, but we haven't heard anything from them yet either.
The chief officer rubs his forehead.
Normally, I would never give this task to a newcomer like yourself, but I just don't have enough people.
He looks down at the documents again.
Furthermore, the group was lacking someone with your specialization. I decided that a visit to an established base like Nashville didn't require an armed escort. That may have been a big mistake.
Kingsley is looking into the camera once more.
Your task is to get to Nashville, figure out whatever's behind the communication problem, get in touch with the group, and work with them to solve the problem.
The chief officer carefully returns the documents to the folder. You notice his hands tremble slightly.
Go downstairs. The truck must be waiting for you in storage. This task is urgent, but a small delay is acceptable if there's anything you need to settle here first. That is all. Any questions?
Yeah, I think we got it.
Kingsley's hand reaches toward the camera.
Great to hear. Take care of yourself. I'll talk to you later.
Transport. Prepare yourself to leave the base's defensive perimeter and venture into the outside world of the dome, where you must rely solely on yourself and your companions. Check your gear one last time and go to the orange truck waiting for you in the garage, on which you will continue your journey to Nashville facility. Later in the game, you will be able to acquire your own vehicles, which will act as mobile base of operations, give you unprecedented freedom of movement. So I get my own cruiser. All right, cool. Anything in here I can get to? I don't think so. What's that right there? Oh, just an armored door. Actually, I want to try to get enough money for that helmet, if possible. So let's do a little scavenging down here. See if I can put together enough scratch to get that helmet. Old box, huh? Let's go check that. Oh, it's ways blocked? Oh, well. Assuming that's the big orange truck. What do we got here? Mine clearing kit? Oh, that sounds useful. Electrical equipment sounds good for crafting. Let's search this box. That's locked. Can I force it? Let's see. So I'm going to brute force this thing. Nice. What is this? Personal teleporter. That sounds awesome. Based on forefather technology known as quantum mirror, converts any target within a 10-meter radius into a stream of light particles and transports them to any part within the specified radius. Interesting. A reagent box. Has many uses, not all of them legal. What else can we get to? So far, scavenging is going pretty good for us. Of course, I don't really want to give up any of those things either at this point yet. Take all that. Let's take a look at the car here. Unremarkable Jupiter moon, covered with a thin layer of desert dust. It's parked in a repair bay. Open the door, get in, look in the window. Let's look in the window. You look inside. Interior car is upholstered in grayish blue. Empty cans of soda perch on the slightly scuffed seats. Let's get inside here. Plop down into soft seats. The car smells like gasoline, this warm, familiar odor. It's coupled with that of some vaguely familiar chemical. Driver's side mirror. Oh. See if we can start the engine. Turn on the key and the car is filled with the quiet, rhythmic rumble of the engine. Out of the corner of your eye, you notice that other people in repair, they have stopped working to observe you. Put seatbelt on. Drive the car out of the bunker. I'm not quite there yet. I want to search here. Look in the glove compartment. Old magazines and a dome road map. Dashboard. Odometer reads 86,012 miles. Back seat. A little bag under the blazer. Okay. We got some soda and some rad force, it looks like. Driver's side mirror. Alright, let's go ahead and hop out of the car. Well, maybe this is the truck. The orange truck. Truck is covered with dust. Engine is still burning hot. Feels like the car has come a long way before it got here. Put your hand on the cockpit. It's almost an imperceptible noise. Like the rustle of the ocean fills your head. A slight tingling sensation occurs on the tips of your fingers. Is it from a weak current? Interesting. Talk to this guy.
I'm all ears.
So we're talking to this guard.
What do you want?
He nods at the silver with a cigar. I've tried again and again to explain it to him. I say show some understanding, but he just digs in his heels. He says, "You're not allowed in without papers." Well, at least I'm allowed to be in and out all day, right? There's a storm out there, by the way. Sympathize. You're being sent out on the road to Nashville. Real terror is apparent on Todd's sunburnt face. To where, Nashville in this weather? I tell you, they must have gone completely mad. There's no point to this. Their peppers are more important than people, see? He awkwardly claps you on the shoulder, then leans in closer and whispers, "Take care of yourself on the road. A dome storm is not for nothing. And another thing, while in Nashville, take care too. There are rumors."
Come back again.
What? What rumors? I haven't heard the rumors. Let's talk to this guy.
Well, hello there.
Tall, beefy silver is puffing a cigar. He examines you keenly, like he's trying to remember your face. The letter on his badge says Ulf Knudsen. The hangar and first floor of Concord are restricted areas requiring special permission. Please leave this area, or leave the area. Points to the sign on the wall. Okay. Take a look at this thing. There's a huge, disgusting dead insect lying on the cargo trailer. Most closely resembles an ordinary cockroach. Yellow hemolymph flows from among the tarpaulin's folds and mixes with the acid, leaving bleach stains on the cloth. Study the insect some more, or scan the cockroach. Yeah, I was planning on scanning it. Let's study him first. Take a closer look at the dead creature. Your perception allows you to notice lots of small details. There are numerous ragged holes in the chitinous shell. On closer examination, they turn out to be bullet holes. The mandibles are covered in dried blood. Someone else is assuming that, like regular cockroaches, this one doesn't have blood. Looks like it has yellow blood. Soldier emerges from behind the truck, his black uniform dusty. He offers you a hand through the turnstile. Your first day under the dome. There, look what awaits you. Ask if it was difficult to kill the cockroach. Say we better find some office work, or say nothing. Yeah, we'll ask if it was difficult. Black looks back at the dead insect. Tell you the truth, it wasn't easy. Tony went after it and got bit. Boots are all that remains of Tony now. The acid. It was one tough critter. Took 3 full clips to bring it down. Already spoke with the Silvers. They say that Tony's family will receive a nice insurance settlement if they keep quiet about the cockroach, for sure. Of course. The soldier falls silent and starts clapping his pockets, evidently looking for cigarettes. All right.
Attention, attention. Please handle relics carefully. In case of damage, your life will be forfeit.
All right, well, I know I can't go through there. I know that's the restricted area, so I'm not even going to try. I just get stopped by that guy. Been there, done that. Let's see if I can search this from over here. Press the start button. Yeah, let's move it out of the way. There we go. Nice. Now, let's go back to the box over here. See what that might hold for us. Ooh, salute taser. Cryo grenade. Sleep grenade. Stun grenade. Some smokes. Anarchist digest issue. Alright, very good. Take all that. I'm going to head on up. Looking at the clock here, we're at the hour mark, so I'm going to head back up here to the equipment guy. Where was he at? He was right here. No, that's Miss Melodrama. Where's my equipment guy at? I can't remember. Is this it? He's around here somewhere. Anyway, I'm going to go to the equipment guy and see if I can afford the hat now, at least, and hopefully some gloves. And then we'll hit the road in the next episode. So, like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Go ahead and hit save there. Y'all take care.